Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing a visual novel. It's called House of Petals. It's the demo for it, and I'm just going to read the little synopsis on their page. A romance psychological thriller visual novel with a point-and-click investigation. Set in ancient Asia, investigate your past. Make decisions from clues, uncover chilling secrets, and survive a dangerously obsessive love. Perfect for fans of yanderes and the mystery genre. I kept seeing this on my TikTok, and I'm like, the art style looks so fucking good. And I love visual novels. I like romance stuff, especially when it has thriller in it. So I'm like, this will be fun. Let me check it out, see if I like it. And if you like it, let me know. And if you don't like it, also let me know. But without further ado, let's get started. Jesus, it's loud. I just turned the game. Well, I just turned my audio down for another game we're playing, and now I have to turn it back. Well, I turned it up for another game I was playing, and now I'm turning it back down for this one. Okay. New update available, new content endings background, CG added plus. Okay. This game contains unsettling themes and scenes that may cause distress to some players. It also features characters with morally questionable actions as well as romantic content. Player discretion is advised. I'm sorry for everything I've done, and even for simply existing, but please remember this. Oh. I will always be by your side, even when the chrysanthemum petals wither and turn to dust, even when our love is nothing but the broken pieces of our promise. Because no matter what happens, I will always belong to you. Day 1. And the bell sounds. Something buzzes faintly in the back of your skull, and your body is heavy, as if you're trying to move through syrup. Ugh. As the buzzing sound gradually fades, your vision clears, and your instinct is to rub your temple to ease the heaviness. A bed? Where am I? Alright. Ooh, voice acting. Your heart almost bursts when you register a figure at the edge of your bed. There sits a young man, his long hair softly cascading down his shoulders. You instinctively jolt upright, clutching the blanket tight against your chest to observe him. Can I turn his? Okay. His calm demeanor holds no sign of danger, and a soft smile blooms on his face when your eyes meet, accentuating his eternal beauty. He is nice looking. The words tumble out of the words tumble out before you can stop them. Who are you? Oh, we're married. He states plainly and calmly, as his smile retains, as if he expected your question. My husband? Your face suddenly goes hot from that notion. Yes, we have been married for a year and have lived here in the Lotus Pavilion together ever since. Okay. A new clue. So his name. Han says he's your husband for 1 year. Yours and Han's home. Okay. The room tilts slightly in your vision upon hearing his words, and your forehead wrinkles from the pain. A sharp realization flashes. You have no memory whatsoever of who you are, your past, of anything. Panic sets in. Why don't I remember anything? Who am I? Of course. Who? Your name is Luna.
You accidentally fell down in the garden and hit your head.
The man says calmly, but a wisp of sadness passes over his expression. Okay, so it's like halfway voice. The doctor says your brain was affected and you will temporarily have trouble with remembering things and thinking clearly. But don't worry, the doctor says you'll recover soon if you are well taken care of. No, I didn't want to go to main menu.
I expected you to be out longer, but now since you've woken up and can talk to me like this, I feel so relieved.
You might even recover faster than I expected. Let's try this. Do you remember who I am now? Yes. You're my husband, Han.
See? You're recovering already. I knew that.
His eyes linger on you for just long enough for you to notice a small spark in his eyes.
Hearing you call me husband makes me so happy.
Oh, how cute. You lower your gaze to the blanket, flustered, but not before stealing one more glance at his face. It's strange to think he's beautiful, like a living work of art. So beautiful, in fact, that you still haven't quite grasped what it means for him to be your husband. If someone asked you to describe your ideal type, it would be him. That makes sense, doesn't it? You are married, after all. And yet, despite the warmth blooming in your cheeks, you strangely feel calm in his presence.
I know it's so confusing. You suddenly not remember anything, but I promise you, I'll take good care of it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Han reaches out to touch your hand. Yeah, he's my husband. Why not? For some reason, you freeze, letting his hand brush over the top of yours. The touch is cold at first, smooth, almost like porcelain, but warmth quickly blooms where your skin meets. Han looks pleased by the gesture.
I'm so grateful. Trust me.
You can swear there's a glimmer of moisture in his eyes that makes your throat go dry. Nervous, you change the subject. When do you think I will recover enough to go outside? Outside? You might have imagined it, but his eyes seemed dark for a second, as if he didn't expect your question. Yes, like outside of the mansion. What do you mean? Well, isn't going outside a benchmark for one's recovery? Oh, I see. Then gentle smile comes back to his face. You'll need more time to recover before doing that, but even when you gain full recovery, it's just... He hesitates.
Even before the accident, you didn't like going outside. You said you would rather spend all your time in our mansion.
Doesn't sound like me. I didn't like going outside. You desperately squeeze your brain, trying to dig up any memory of who you are, but find none. Disappointed, you let out a soft sigh. Seemingly noticing your grimace, Han offers a sympathetic smile. But don't worry, if you want to go outside, I will make sure you will recover fast enough to do so. Even though his words are comforting, something about the idea of going outside stirs a strange curiosity, like a switch has been flipped in your mind. You will?
Of course I will. My priority is to make sure you're happy.
But for now, you should get some rest. Han stands up from the bed. Where are you going? I'm going to my art studio to finish up an order from Merchant Lee. He's coming in 4 days to pick it up. Art studio? Yes, I'm an artist. I accept orders from all over the country, calligraphy, painting, and my favorite, ceramic making. You're not sure why, but you blurted the first thing that comes to your mind. You must be very talented. Without realizing that might sound like empty flattery, you bite your lip. I'm sorry. I don't know what your art looks like, but I just mean, I have a feeling that you are good at it. But instead of a worry expressing you expect on Han's face, all I can see is light shade of rose rising over his cheeks. You, you do think so? That makes me very happy. I'm going now. If you need anything, just call me. He looks back before stepping out of the door. I hope you'll be easy on yourself walking. I hope you'll be easy on yourself walking around the house. The garden is slippery this time of year when it rains often, and his eyes linger on you for a second.
Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Why can't I go in your studio? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess like a person's art studio is can be very sacred to them because it's their safe place to work. It's their place to kind of like be alone and be able to focus on their stuff. So I mean, I guess I get it. I don't like anyone watching me when I draw either. Han softly closes the door. You sit on the bed, your mind still overwhelmed by all the information you just found while listening to his footsteps fade into the background. I have a husband? I lost my memory by falling? You mumble these facts quietly as if you're trying to register them. It's logical for you to rest and accept those facts, as Han is your husband, and he seems so caring, so perfect. But there's a voice in the deepest part of your brain, though weak, whispers out that you shouldn't be curious that your husband you should be curious that you should restore your memory. Maybe there's something in here that will give me a clue of my past. Oh, we can click shit now. Okay. Vase. You pick up a beautiful ceramic vase next to the bed. Intricate blue chrysanthemum design wraps around the smooth ceramic so elegantly that, though abstract, one can still recognize the raw talent of the artist. This was probably made by Han. But now that I notice, why do all these designs around this room have chrysanthemum motifs? Are chrysanthemums the flower commonly used for funerals? Okay. Desk. Books of different sizes neatly stacked upon each other. You mumble the names of the books one by one. The Art of Flowers, Lanterns in the Mist, a poem collection. These seem to all be art and poem books. A bound notebook with a blue cover catches your attention. The Day of the Luna. The day to day of Luna. Don't mind me. It's my diary. You hastily flip through the pages, desperately scanning for anything special. There are not a lot of entries, just mundane day-to-day descriptions of what you did, not much personal opinion or commentaries, until your eyes fall on an entry. Told Han my favorite flower was a chrysanthemum, and today he surprised me with a garden full of them in our backyard, planted in secret, all by himself. That's really sweet. For that, I thank the gods for blessing me with such a loving husband. Your heart feels warm upon reading. Han truly is a great husband, isn't he? As you flip through the pages again, something falls out of the back of the book. A letter. To my esteemed friends and respected acquaintances. With heavy hearts, I write to inform you of the passing of my beloved parents who departed from this world peacefully on the same day. I humbly invite you to attend the funeral rites, to be held on the first day of July, to honor their memory and pay final respects. Your presence will bring comfort to my grieving heart. With sincerity, Luna. My parents? Are they dead? You feel a sharp ache throbbing in your chest. Though you don't know them, or more accurately, you have no memory of them, the thought of your parents no longer being alive is almost too painful to bear. As if your body still remembers the grief your mind has forgotten. You sit there in a daze, lost in those thoughts and feelings until something starts to tug at the edge of your awareness. Both the letter and notebook, though the characters are legible, show a certain unevenness, a lack of precision. It's subtle, but unmistakable. Almost as if the person who wrote them, you, was left-handed. You look down at your hands. But I feel like I'm right-handed. Strange. Okay. So, my diary was forged. I did not write that. We take a closer look at the artwork lining the walls. Paintings and calligraphy scrolls of various sizes are carefully arranged, each adorned with elegant decorative touches. Most of them feature chrysanthemums as the center motif. But wait, tucked into the corner of a striking red scroll, you notice something unusual, tiny markings that didn't resemble poetry at all. These are numbers. You remember the digits aloud, trying to piece together as you read. 90, 65, 11, 47, 29, 18, 70. Okay. But these numbers make no sense to you at all. Alright, letter you found in the desk is written with a left hand. Okay. Art merchant. Ooh. Parents. Oh. You. Number. Have 6 more clues. Suddenly, an overwhelming pain bursts in your skull. Ouch. The ground spins and you clutch the edge of the desk to stabilize yourself. Your mind is empty from all the intense pain. Footsteps rushing into the room. Luna. You fall to Han, but Han catches you. He gently guides you to the bed and sits you down. Han.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm here.
My head and my heart hurt so much. You press the back of your hand to your temple, hoping the coolness will lessen the ache. Wait here, I'll be right back. Han comes back with a bowl of liquid in his hand. A faint herbal scent from it floats through the air. The doctor told me to give this medicine whenever you have a headache. It will help. Okay, headache medicine? Yes, based on the prescription, I bought the ingredients and prepared it myself. I want to make sure that you have the best care.
No, you should take it before it's cold.
You hesitate, eyes fixed on the bowl. Smoke still rises steadily from it, curling into the air and clouding the space around it, much like the way your thoughts fog your mind. Pushing the ache aside, you give in to your curiosity, drawn to the clue you've just uncovered. I made this medicine just for you based on the doctor's prescription. It will help with your headache. Can you tell me about my parents? Your parents? A trace of uneasiness grazes Han's face. I saw a letter about their funeral.
Be natural for one to be curious about their own lives.
Han gazes at a unseen point in the room, his lips pressed into a quick, almost sad smile before speaking. They both passed away from getting a contagious lung infection very soon after I moved to the Lotus Pavilion. You moved to this mansion? Does that mean it's not your family's? No, this mansion is your family's. Huh. I was merely a poor son-in-law who had nothing in his name but his artistic talent and his love for their daughter. Both your parents passed from a contagious lung infection. Your parents mentioning and Han, huh? Han brings his gaze back to you, and then burns something fierce, something between tenderness and desperation. You gaze downward. Living with one's wife, parents is not a norm, and is usually looked down upon in our society. I know what you think. It might not be the most socially acceptable position for me to be in, but your parents treated me with nothing but kindness, and I view them as my own parents.
My past. Us both were devastated.
But Hans smiles again. The spark in his eyes persists.
That's why we were so close. We really have each other. You and me. Us. Here.
Hmm. Now that you know about your parents, would you like to take the medicine? He picks up the bowl from the desk and stirs the liquid with the ceramic spoon. You quickly notice there are chrysanthemums motifs even on the spoon. Right, the headache.
Go on. I want you to suffer pain.
You obediently nod. Han brings the spoon to your lips. The warm liquid fills your mouth and runs down your throat. Your tongue involuntarily savors a bitter taste with a hint of sweetness. And he was right. The medicine quickly replaces the throbbing in your forehead with a feeling of ease. I hope you feel better now. It's getting late. You should go to sleep. Go to sleep? You glance down at the mattress and realize it hits you. You two are husband and wife. Don't husbands and wives usually share? Don't husbands and wives share the same bed? No. Your face flushes with heat. The bed I. Oh, that. Han's face also flushes with a rosy shade, but he quickly smiles and waves his hand. Don't worry about me. You and I share a bed, but for your comfort, the bed is yours for now. I'll sleep in the studio. You will? Is that all right?
Of course. I promise to make you feel as comfortable as I can. Right?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Of course. Anything for my wife. Good night. See you in the morning. Alright?
Okay. All right. After Han leaves, you spread out the mattress, letting sleep take over you. The smell of herbal medicine will still gently weaves through the room. Your peaceful sleep is disturbed by a faint creak. What's that noise? You blink awake, hearing ticking a little faster, heart ticking a little faster. Another sound follows, a soft groan of wood. The door, it's being opened. Slowly, just a crack. You stay still, listening. The darkness stretches thick across the room, and you can't see past the doorframe, but you feel it, that prickling weight of being watched. Something is there, just beyond the threshold. You hold your breath, trying to hear more, but there's nothing. No footsteps, no whisper, just silence. Maybe I'm imagining it. It's nothing. You turn onto your side, pull the blanket up to your chin. The room is cold now. Your body is tense, but you squeeze your eyes shut and try to let it all fade. You force yourself back to sleep, even when the feeling lingers, heavy and quiet in the dark. To be continued. Day 2. Your eyes gradually open from the sun rays fluttering through the window. Your mind and body are slightly exhausted from the restless night.
Good morning, my darling.
Han's face above the bed startled you. How long have you been there? Han gestures his head towards the tray of food on the desk. I came in to bring you breakfast, but you were still asleep. I didn't want to wake you up.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy looking at you sleeping so peacefully.
Okay, Edward.
I like watching you sleep. It's, it's kind of fascinating to me.
Heat rushes to your cheeks. He was watching me sleep. Now, would you eat breakfast? I made it just for you. So thank you. As you watch Han reaching for a hot steam bun, you suddenly remember what happened last night. Hey, I couldn't sleep much last night. Something strange happened. What strange thing? I think someone was watching me. I was sleeping and suddenly I heard someone open the door. Han, still peeling the paper from underneath the steam bun, smiled at you nonchalantly.
Don't worry about
Oh,
that.
don't worry about that.
Probably Anne.
Oh,
Her servant.
we have a servant? This information feels like a shock to you as you assumed it was just you and Han living here. Yes, as yes, Anne was a servant of your for your parents. Now he's still living with us. But why was he here? He tends to go around and cleans hallways at night. Perhaps he accidentally opened the door. I asked him so many times to be careful with the doors, yet he still doesn't listen. A hint of annoyance passes Han's face, but quickly replaced by his return joyfulness. But don't worry, I'll tell him again. No one should disturb my beautiful wife's sleep. Now eat. He hands you the steam bun, and you take a bite. There's something chalky about the texture of the bun, but you're still able to force it down. What is he making? Is he poisoning us? There's no need to be rude about such a thoughtful gesture from him. Cooking for you and taking care of
Since
you.
you finished eating, would you like to go to the garden with me?
The garden? Yes, fresh air is important for your recovery. Besides, it has always been your favorite place in the mansion. He gives you a playful wink.
Think about it as date.
A date. Of course, no pressure though. You can decide if you want to go on a date with me or go around the mansion on your own if you wish. I'll go with him. Peek to the window, the sun is shining, birds chirp lazily from the garden walls. It's the kind of weather that seems to nudge you gently outside. Besides, your gaze falls on Han again, the joy in his eyes makes him almost resemble a puppy. And it'll feel like a shame to turn down someone who's been so nice to you. Let's go. Han guides you through the hallway towards the entrance from the lobby. As you walk, your mind quietly tries to absorb your surroundings. The layout of the mansion, the way the corridors twist and connect. Though your memory isn't accessible at the moment, something about it all feels terribly familiar. As if your body knows, even if your mind doesn't. That yes, you do live here in the Lotus Pavilion. Speaking of which, why is it called the Lotus Pavilion, Han? You turn to him, asking just as you step into the garden. All I've seen around the house are chrysanthemum decorations. Oh, well, before your parents passed, they used to decorate the place with lotuses. I heard your mother especially loved them, but Han hesitates, his eyes shifts towards you, studying your reaction. After they pass, I personally asked the servant to change everything because you like chrysanthemums. Just because of me? Isn't it a little disrespectful to the previous owners? To your parents? He gives a small shake of his head. No, I don't think so. If your parents were alive, I'm sure they would approve in a heartbeat because he turns to you fully now. His hair catches the sunlight, strands glowing like gold. Isn't that proof that I love their daughter very much? Very, very much. His eye meets yours, bright and unwavering. Your throat tightens into a small knot. You're not sure how to respond. And yet your chest flutters. Something in you recognizes the sincerity in his eyes, whether you want to or not. Do you? You stutter the words slipping out before you can stop them. And instantly you feel a little silly for even asking. From everything you've seen so far, how gently Hans speaks to you, how carefully he cares for you, it's clear that he means what he says. Noticing your clumsy question, likely a defense mechanism for your own awkwardness, Han chuckles. Of course, silly. That's why I'm so happy you agreed to go on a date with me today. I would love to spend every second of my life by your side. If only I didn't have to meet deadlines for my ceramic commissions. He lets out a light sigh and glances at the tea tray already set on the table, inviting. Steam curled into the air. It's worth blimming. It's worth blending with the scent of fresh grass. Oh, music change. You both sit down at the bamboo table and Han reaches for the teapot. With practiced grace, he tilts it toward your cup with one hand while the other gently holds his sleeve back, keeping it from getting in the way. You quietly watch him, momentarily dazed by how skillfully he moves. Like the tea itself is just another expression of his artistry. No different from the ceramics scattered beautifully throughout the house. The serene scene calms you, but before long, curiosity crashes into your thoughts like waves against the shore. Han, would you tell me more about yourself? I want to get to know you. Me? There's nothing interesting about me, really. He says it casually, still focused on pouring tea, not meeting your eyes. That's not true. You're clearly a talented artist. You must have interesting stories. I'm so happy you think so. That you think I'm a good artist. His eyes carve into thin crescents, and his smile stretches from ear to ear. Yet, you can still detect a faint trace of unease on his face, though he quickly smooths that out. What do you want to know? How do we meet? Your question seems to catch him off guard. His eyes widen for just a second before his usual smile returns. Well, let's see. He pauses as if dusting off an old memory. There was a time in my youth when I went through a rough patch. I didn't want to do anything but drink and lock myself away, making art. One day, while wandering the streets completely drunk, I stumbled into the path of a carriage, got hit hard, and passed out right then and there. His gaze shifts towards you, soft but intense. When I opened my eyes, there she was, a young maiden leaning over me, calling me, trying to wake me. She had the most beautiful face I had ever seen, the most angelic voice. I thought I died and met a goddess. And when she saw me waking up, she smiled. The moment changed everything. I promised myself that no matter the cost, no matter what it took, I would make her my wife. You feel your breath catch. And the maiden was? That was you, darling. You can't remember now. You can't remember it. Not a flash of it resurfaces in your mind. But the way he says it, tender, reverent, sends something fluttering in your chest, as if your body remembers what your mind has forgotten. Han takes a calm sip of tea and lets out a quiet sigh. Sorry if that felt heavy. I don't really like talking about the past unless it's a memory we share.
It's a memory we share.
It's alright. I appreciate you telling me. Sorry, the voice acting is sometimes it's kind of low, so I don't hear it very well. His story lingers in your chest like a warm ember. It makes you feel lighter somehow, closer to him. This is what you know about Han so far. He's your husband, gentle and attentive, a talented artist with a tragic human's past that shaped him into someone sincere and kind. All it makes you feel more at ease in his care.
We're not here just to talk about the past. No. The mind is still recovering. We should be giving things to relax. Like this.
He crouches and plucks a small cluster of daisy flowers from the garden patch.
You know how to make a flower hair?
Maybe not. With delicate fingers, he begins weaving the petals and stems together into a pin-like shape. Wow, that's beautiful. You really are crafty. You're genuinely impressed. The way he shapes that tiny blossoms to something gracefully feels effortlessly natural.
Now, your turn.
You press your lips together, focusing intensely as you try to mimic the way his fingers moved. But your own flower pin ends up a bit uneven, a little lopsided and clumsy. I am so sorry. This really isn't my forte. But instead of disappointment, Han beams at you.
It's perfect. Better than my hair.
I feel like I want to turn. Yeah. Maybe turn everything else down and keep the voice up a little bit more. Okay. No, it's so ugly. It's not worthy of your beautiful hair.
Don't say that. I'm not worthy of any gift my beloved wife makes for me. Oh, come on. Put it on.
That's a bit better. You hesitate, reaching out towards his soft, silky hair with careful fingers, afraid to mess it up. But as soon as the crooked flower pin brushes against him, Han's eyes lift to yours. You freeze. Then he speaks, a voice quiet.
Can you touch me with your hand?
You mean to touch you? My pardon? Your hand still hovers in the air, suspended, but the look in his eyes, soft, longing, almost desperate, pins you into place.
Just really miss your touch.
Oh! I'll be glad to. No! I keep hitting the wrong button. Fuck it. His request, though sudden, carries a strange magnetic pull. You wonder, would it really hurt to touch him? Just once, with your bare hand? Okay. You reach for his cheek, and he leans into your touch, obediently, as if he's been waiting for this moment forever. The instant your skin meets his, a shiver courses through your body. A fluttering sensation shoots up your arm, spreading down your spine, a rush caught between warm and cold, making your heart pound uncontrollably. The golden rays of a summer sun seem to linger on his face, and for a moment, time itself feels suspended. Hans speaks, his voice barely above a whisper.
Thank you. I need this so much.
Oh. He leans in further, pressing his cheek into your palm, as if trying to absorb your warmth into his very being.
I wish time would stop right here. Didn't have to return to the studio.
He gently nudges against your hand one last time, then places a soft kiss on your palm before slowly letting go. I need to finish my work, but thank you, truly, for spending time with me today. Oh, he's yearning. He's yearning. Feel free to wander around the mansion. Just be careful. Your body is still weak. I'll bring you some medicine later. All right. Wow. It's not much, but that's nice. I like that. With that, Hans' footsteps fade into the background. You finish your tea and decide to walk around the garden. Curious about the lotus pond, you step closer to its edge. So there are still some lotuses left in the mansion after all. The vibrant pink blooms sway gently on the water, their colors glowing under the sun. You become lost in the sight until a sudden creak breaks the quiet. From across the pond, something stirs. Your eyes snap toward it. Something small, blue and white moving. I don't say anything. Oh, is that a doll? It scurries jerky, almost unnatural, ducking behind the thick reeds before you can get a better. It's moving? You instinctively move around the pond, trying to follow heart racing. Okay. Okay, so that's the servant. Weird, funkiest doll. A ceramic doll. Okay. Wait. By the time you reach the other side, it's gone. Nothing remains except the rustling of bushes where it vanished. You push aside the leaves, searching, but there's no trace, as if it was never there. Panting, you look down at your hand. There's a smudge on your palm, dark, damp, almost like mud. No, it's not just mud. It's thicker, grainy. Clay. I must have touched the ground at some point. Should you go wash off your hands? Should you go wash it off or continue to walk around? I'll go wash my hands. Let's go to the bathroom. Han, really, I'm bothered by getting dirt all over me. You notice buckets of clean water readily prepared in the corner of the bathroom. Han must have prepared this for me. After filling the tub, you take off your clothes and submerge yourself in the water. The coolness envelops you, erasing the summer heat and the tension in your shoulders. You relax. In the corner of your eye, you notice a shovel hanging on the wall. Strange. Why is there a shovel here? You shrug. Who knows? It would be too much to have things super organized all the time. You start scrubbing the clay on your skin with a loofah made from the dried squash. But no matter what you do, the clay does not disappear. What the hell? You scrub harder, panicking. Get off me. You're determined to scrub harder, even harder, until the loofah scratches you and then scrapes you. Blood starts to flow from the cut on your skin, yet you don't feel pain at all. You feel your head heat up, panic rising in your throat. Crimson red liquid begins to seep into the water, but for some strange reason, that only makes you panic and scrub even harder. You need to get the dirt off your skin. Quicker than you know, the tub is filled with red. Am I drowning? You jolt awake, gasping for air. The water around you is still clear. It seems like you were dreaming. You blink rapidly, heart pounding. The clay on your skin is gone. No blood, no dirt, just your bare, clean skin. Was that a nightmare? You sigh deeply, pressing your hands to your chest to steady your breath. Slowly, you rise from the tub and reach for the towel. The fabric brushes softly against your skin and you dry yourself off, the fingers still trembling from the lingering panic. As you move to grab your robe, something on the wall catches your attention. Beautifully painted scrolls line the tiled wall. The same ones from the room, looks like. Your silk fabric smooth and rich with color, detailed scenes of mountains, gardens in bloom, birds in flight, and elegant deer. You step closer. Eyes drawn to the bottom corners of each scroll. There in elegant calligraphy is a name. Oh, I guess. Okay. So, like, moving the, what is it? Arrow keys will move it around. Okay. Your name. Again? It's my name. These paintings are beautiful. Even the calligraphy characters are neat, as if drawn by someone masterful. Were these made by me? After putting on your clothes, lethargically walk back to your room, thoughts about what you just saw boggle your mind. If those paintings you saw were truly yours, you must have been a wonderful painter. And though that notion of something that deserves to be celebrated, you hate yourself for not remembering anything about your past, about the person you were. What if those memories will never come back? Would you forever lose a version of yourself from before the accident? As you enter the bedroom, a familiar figure has been waiting for you. Han, what are you doing here? I'm here to bring you medicine. Han rises the bowl of medicine in his hand. You cast a slow gaze toward the window, where the sun rays have waned into a glowy red sunset. I guess it's time already. Han slowly approaches you. How was your day? Did you have fun exploring? Fun? Sure. I wonder if I can give a weird answer right now. Your mind drifts to the events earlier today. It was a strange day, at the least, and you become even more confused. What's wrong? You look unwell. Well, it's just... You really want to ask Han? Choose wisely. The doll. The handwriting is also something I want to ask about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Maybe you need to rest more. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Maybe you need to rest more. Okay. Okay. Alright, so basically none of the things I have are going to... Oh, fuck. Something about... I think I said I was an artist. You blurt out, determined to learn about your past. A hint of uneasiness passes Han's face. Why do you ask? The painting on the wall, they're so beautiful. If I were the one who made them, I'd love to know that. I see. Yes, of course, you were a talented painter. Han smiles. I adored your art so much. You expected a longer answer from him, but that seemed to be the end of his comments. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I thought I shouldn't overwhelm you with too much information and let your memory naturally recover to not cause you a headache. Right. Speaking of which, it's time to take your medicine. He brings a ceramic bowl and blows the steam coming off of it. Your headache will get worse if you don't drink it before it cools. You glue your gaze to the medicine bowl. Though your mind is still bothered by Han's vague answers and still has so many more questions, you want to believe that he's right. Dwelling too much into the past will cause nothing but stress and anxiety. You nod, accept his bowl, and drink it. The bitter liquid runs down your throat. The scent of herbs gradually absorbed by your senses. A flowy, comfortable feeling spreads throughout your body. Easing the tension you just had in your forehead, Han gently takes the bowl from you. You did a good job, darling. He smiles. Now, why don't you get some rest? We can spend more time together tomorrow. I have some work I need to take care of tonight. I don't trust him. I'm going to overwrite the first one. The moment Han leaves the room, you fall into the mattress, letting the coolness of the blanket devour your whole body. Your mind runs wild with several questions and suspicions, memories that don't align. The beautiful paintings in the house seem to have been created by you. So does he not paint anything for the house? Paintings that feel both yours and not yours. The ever-present bitterness of the medicine. Thoughts churn restlessly until they tangle and blur, tugging at you with quiet whispers. Your mind, still tangled in doubt, finally exhausts itself and slips into a nice, mellow sleep. In the stillness of the night, a faint sound stirs you from sleep. Your eyes blink open, adjusting to the darkness. Creak. The door to your room groans as it slowly begins to open. Who's there? From where you lay, you can just make out a sliver of a movement. The fucking doll? A small shadow casts across the wooden floor, stretching closer. Your breath catches. It's the ceramic doll, the same one you saw in the garden. You start to push yourself up, heart thudding. But the moment your eyes meet this hollow gaze, it begins to tremble. It broke. Crack, crack, crack. With a violent shudder, the doll splinters apart, exploding to hundreds of jagged clay fragments that scatter across the floor like broken teeth. You freeze, chest tight, pulse racing. What should you do? I mean, the only two answers I would have is like either to call for Han or go and inspect it myself. Honestly, in this situation, even though I don't know this man, but I'm calling for my husband regardless. If I see something weird like this, I'm calling for my husband. Your voice trembles as you cry out, Han, help! Your room remains still for breaths. Your room remains still for a breathless moment. Fuck. The room remains still for a breathless moment. Then urgent footsteps approach. What's wrong? What happened? You point a shaking finger towards the doorway. The door, there was someone. I saw the doll. Han's gaze sweeps across the floor, and then slowly he steps closer, crouching to examine where you point to. There's nothing here. His voice is calm. What? There were broken pieces all. Oh, wait. You look, but all the broken pieces are gone. The floor is spotless, untouched, its dark wood glowing under the soft light of the lantern outside. I swear, I just saw it. We're gonna load up and see what going over to inspect myself would do. Are you sure it wasn't just a dream? Don't smile at me. No, I was awake. I saw it. The doll from the garden, it was standing right here. Right there. Han raises, walking to your side. Rises. You must be under a lot of stress. The medicine might not be strong enough to keep the headaches and the visions away. I'm not hallucinating. Let's not jump to conclusions tonight. You've had a long day. I have this floor fixed tomorrow. But please get some rest. His voice is low but firm. He turns to the door. Still catching your breath, you murmur softly, Han, I'm scared. Will you stay with me tonight? Han turns back. Stay with you? You didn't realize how your question might sound to Han until you noticed his eyes widening and his cheeks slightly blushing. I, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Your cheeks also turn red from embarrassment. I'm just scared. For the last few nights, I kept waking up in the middle of the night. I, I don't feel safe. It, it's okay if you sleep on the bed and I sleep on a mattress on the floor. You stammer, but your throat feels dry and your mind silently curses itself from even having said such a thing. Bahan seems amused by your embarrassment. He smiles softly.
So, you don't have to explain yourself.
He takes a quick glance at the door before looking back at you. I have a lot of work at the studio, but how could I return down staying with my wife? He chuckles.
And what kind of husband would I be if I let my wife sleep on the floor?
Han locks your eyes with a intense gaze under the flickering light of the lantern. It's too much to bear.
Of course, I'll do anything to make you feel comfortable. So what do you say about our sleeping arrangement?
Just sleep in the bed with me, buddy. Oh. It's not open yet, though. I can't get it. You can sleep in the bed. Oh? His eyes lit up. But with one condition. Can you stay on that side and I stay on this side? Of course. However you want it. I want it to stay close to me one. He winks. I'm very good at following instructions. Okay. You climb onto the bed and pull the blanket over yourself, careful and quiet, as if making too much noise will change your mind. The mattress shifts, not a lot, just enough to remind you you're not alone. Han settles beside you, keeping to his side like you asked, his movements unhurried. You inch away anyway. A small scoot, then another. Your back pressed closer to the wall, the blanket tucked tight under your hands. Han doesn't reach for you. He doesn't need to. His presence fills the space between you like a warmth that you don't know what to do with. Why are you so tense? His voice is low, gentle. Are you uncomfortable? No, it's just... You swallow. It's hard when I don't remember anything. One moment I wake up and someone tells me he's my husband, and now he's here. You stare at the ceiling as if it might give you instructions. I just don't know how I'm supposed to act. For a second, Han says nothing. Then the bed dips slightly, like he's turned his head to look at you. It's only natural to be nervous. What can I do to make you feel better? I don't know. Ah. A quiet spark lights his voice. I know. You feel him shift just a little, settling in. How about I tell you a bedtime story? A bedtime story? Yes. There's a soft smile. There's a soft smile in his words. When I first moved here, I was so nervous I couldn't sleep. So you used to tell me stories to help me. You grip the blanket. Their grip on the blanket tightens. I did. Mm-hmm. His gaze meets yours in the dim light. Even in the near dark, his golden eyes still gleam. What kind of story did you like? Well, many. Looks like it's a manga or manhwa. My favorite one was a story called Who Murdered My Empress. What is it about? It takes place in the far future. His voice lowers. A girl wakes up in a kingdom 200 years in the past. Lost in time? Yes. He glances at you, checking whether you're still listening. And in that place, she becomes an empress. An empress? With 4 consorts. The corner of her mouth lifts faintly amused. 4 husbands sworn to her. That sounds complicated. It is. His gaze lingers a second too long. Because one of them kills her. Ah, a murder mystery? But not just about the murderer. The bed shifts softly as he adjusts, still on his side, still respecting the boundary, yet somehow closer than before. It's about politics. It's about love, obsession. His voice his voice turns quieter. Jesus Christ. And betrayal. He pauses. The silence after his words feels warm against your skin. Why does it feel like he's not talking about the story anymore? Time travel just sounds too out of this world. It's too unbelievable. That's fair. For me, most unbelievable part will be you glance towards him without meaning to. He's still on his side, keeping the distance you asked for, and yet his presence is all you can feel. Emperors are not. His eyes lift to yours, slow and deliberate. I would never tolerate being with another man. I would never tolerate being with another man sharing my wife like that. Yeah. Your breath catches. His words shouldn't feel like they were meant for you, but they do. Hand pins you with a gaze that's soft, almost loving, yet intense enough to make your skin prickle. I'd only want you for myself. His voice drops, velvet smooth. Because I'm selfish like that. Han. So selfish. He smiles faintly, like he knows he's being frightening, and doesn't quite regret it. That the thought of you looking at another man would feel like a dagger to my heart. The blanket shifts as your fingers tighten around it. You try to laugh, but it comes out thin. You're joking. Han doesn't laugh back. He watches you, unblinking. No. Another small shift. He moves again, carefully, as if he doesn't want to startle you. The space between you narrows until you can feel his warmth through the air. Not touching, not yet, but close enough that you can't pretend you're alone in the bed anymore. You said there's no pressure. There isn't. His voice is gentle. I would never force you. His hand lifts slightly, hovering near the blanket between you. But tell me. His fingers brush the fabric, barely, a whisper of contact. My heart, it's too loud. If you had your memories. He tilts his head, gaze dipping to your mouth for a briefest moment before returning to your eyes. Would you still choose to stay on your side? Your throat tightens. You don't know the right answer. You don't know what's safe, but your body betrays you first. Your breath catching, your fingers loosening just a little on the blanket. Han notices. Of course he does. His smile is small, satisfied, almost unbearably fond. May I come closer? The question is quite quiet and polite, but it lands like a seal being pressed into hot clay. Your lips part and no sound comes out. Hands Han hand slides forward again, not to grab you, not to trap you, only to find your fingers. He touches the back of your hand with the gentlest pressure, and your skin lightens up where he's made contact. It's like he's been waiting for it. I should pull away. You don't. Han's thumb strokes once, slow and careful, as if testing whether you'll flinch. You're trembling. I'm not. You are. He leans in close enough that you can feel his breath now, soft against your knuckles. Say the word, now stop. His eyes burn with something that feels like devotion and hunger braided together. But if you don't, his mouth hovers just above your hand, just above the place he's holding you like something precious. Then let me be selfish. Okay. His lips almost touch your skin. Almost. And the candlelight flickers, throwing his shadow across your body like a curtain falling. Han! This is the end of the demo. Please kindly and patiently wait for our next update. Okay. Okay. Alright. I like that. I like that a lot. What's in the gallery? This is not my favorite picture though. Can I get any of these right now? I do like that though. I like that a lot. Oh, I didn't know that this was the fucking... Oh, wow. Okay. But I did like this. This is great. I love this. This is so good. Okay. We're Little Snake Studio. That's cute. Alright. But that's the end of this. Once again, this was House of Petals. I love this. I'm definitely playing this when it comes out fully. I am buying this. I don't think I can do anything with the Kickstarter still, because I think it ended. Well, I'm guessing it ended because it said it ended the 26th. But this was a lot of fun. I can't wait to play this full game. Alright. But that is all for today. If you guys like this sort of thing, go ahead and leave me a comment, like the video so that I can do more stuff like this. And bye for now.